All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Providence Lucha Talk. This is Luisito.
Your boy Jay Aguila.
And we're here to talk about all things wrestling, especially Raw, SmackDown, a little bit of NXT and AEW. I know today there's something going on for AEW. They're giving us a little special feature, including the YouTube. So it should be interesting, and also prepping up for Clash of Champions this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
Yeah,
cool.
This Sunday.
All right. As you guys know, you can follow the Providence Lucha Talk on the Facebook, as well as the Instagram, the Twitter, and our YouTube page. And also, if you want to listen to our audio content, you can listen it to the Apple Podcast and Spotify. So I'm not going to BS because it is my birthday week. I'm not planning on watching wrestling. I'll do the show. I'll do the show, but like I'm still in like birthday mode in a sense. So I have to like catch up, watch videos, and be able to do this. But I guess we could start with Raw. You said before we recorded it was a good show. What you like and what you didn't like before I do the rundown?
I feel like we finally got to see we knew who Retribution was, but we finally got to see
except for one.
Yeah. Which one?
Martinez.
Well, we threw it out there, but we weren't certain because she was still in NXT, kind of having the feud. So we thought about Chelsea Green and some other people, like the second female, but she was in the mix. But It was like she was still not a major player because she was still on a feud in NXT prior, like a couple of weeks before. So now she's finally in Raw, which is good for her.
Yeah, she's at Raw. I mean, not officially yet, but she's Raw. She was a surprise. Personally, she was a surprise. I was hoping for Chelsea Green over Martinez, but I'm kind of happy that she's now being placed in Raw. I'm not sure if the Retribution is going to be more Raw and SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, I think no, I think they took it off from SmackDown. I think it's just straight up Raw. Straight up
Raw. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's a really good add-on for Raw because Raw is a 3-hour show. Part of the show is also the underground, and it seems that the more pieces that they could add on to fill in the spots, I think they could try to build up a great storyline and entertainment for the audience. I got to give a shout out to my friend Amanda. She does the podcast Cats and Dog. She was one of the audience live on Friday night. Yeah. She posted it on her story and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, that looks fun. But I don't know if I want to do that for 2 hours. Just like look at SmackDown through my computer.
I got a little invite to jump into the Thunderdome. But I guess I didn't sign up on time, like, because basically they sent you an invite first, then they follow up with another email, then you have to jump in. I guess pre-register on time. So hopefully I make it sometime, but at least I know I have the green light to get in. So I'm just maybe next Raw or some other time, but it should be interesting.
I mean, that sounds like a plan. But yeah, I just want to give that quick shout out to her because she was crazy about Roman Reigns wearing the shirt and all. And I'm like throwing up. I'm like, yeah, man, like, why Roman Reigns? Like, why not one of the Uso? Uso is definitely more entertainment than Roman freaking Reigns. Yeah. But, all right. But let's just break it down. All right. So since I brought up the SmackDown, let's see what happened. We had the dirt sheets. It seems like the story between Otis and Mr. And the Miz continue on. Great opener, not really. Then we have Cesaro versus Grand Malik. It seems that Cesaro got the win with his finisher. A moment of blitz. I'm surprised that is even a thing. But I guess they're trying to build a good story between her and her previous best friend, Nikki Cross. We had the boss speak. She's responding back to Bayley 2 weeks ago promo, and Bayley came from behind and attacked with a chair. Not surprised. AJ Styles versus Zing Zing. So it seems like it was not a lot of action if you guys was watching SmackDown and or listen to us. It seems that AJ Styles got the W over Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns and his cousin Jey Uso versus Sheamus and King Corbin. The Bloodline came on top, but there's still tension over that belt. So basically, overall, SmackDown seemed to be a show of promos.
Mm-hmm. And I think the only story, a big story, was the Otis situation. There's some legal issues with Otis. I feel like they took too long to to unveil or cash in the Money in the Bank. So now it's backfiring because they have no plans for him. So I feel bad for Otis because, like, all right, so he had his moment at Money in the Bank, which was great. But it's been, 3 months since Money in the Bank, and nothing has happened. And there's no story, no momentum, no nothing for him. So it's just like, what are you doing? And it's just like, now, I don't know who's going to take the Money in the Bank, but it's just like, it was a waste of opportunity for him and the briefcase itself.
So, If you guys are watching the YouTube and I'm wearing mitten, is cold in New England, right? So screw y'all. Anywho, with this, according to the rules of Money in the Bank, it states that the person has up to a year to cash in. If they're not using it for the story, it should not be penalized to the person with the contract. It should just be more like, let's just speed up the process. You know what I'm saying? Speed up the process. Have Otis be one of the few that, lost it when trying to cash in. Yeah. Then trying to make some crazy conspiracy loopholes type of shit that, honestly, it's not that entertainment. You know what I'm saying? At first, it was kind of cool, with Mandy Rose being involved, The Miz working well. With Otis and Tucker, alongside with John Morrison, but again, I feel like this boat has already shipped its sails, and it's now about to hit iceberg. Yeah. No offense to those who have family from the Titanic, but again, this is what's happening, and I need this to I just need him just to go for the belt on COC. You know what I'm saying? And just take the L from Roman Reigns or Jey Uso, whoever wins, and then call it a day. That should be the end of the story.
But I feel like they still could use Otis' situation for the tag team because there's really nothing going on. I feel bad because nothing's going on for the tag team division for SmackDown. Nothing's going on for the women's division for Raw. So there's a bunch of missed opportunities that they could at least capitalize on, either making a story or something. But the SmackDown tag team, you have Cesaro facing Grand Metalik. Really? That's your tag team? There's nothing. I think we might see a new team possibility because I think they're in talks with remember Melina, the manager for Eminem? Mm-hmm. Not Eminem the rapper, like Eminem, like Mercury Nitro, just in case, for those listening.
You had to clarify that to people.
So Mercury Nitro, she might come back to WWE. So I think she might be the manager for The Miz and John Morrison. And I think it might be. I saw somebody post if it's true, it'd be great. I think their new name might be 3M because it's Miz, Morrison, and Melina instead of M because of Nitro. But at least it's some freshen up John Morrison and also The Miz, which is good. But besides that, there's really nothing. I'm just waiting for the Superstar shakeup because it's gonna be tough. Especially they need to do something before Survivor Series. Because it's gonna be it's stalling out too much for me.
All right, I mean, I took the liberty of pulling out the roster for the matches for Clash of Champions. So your comment about Cesaro in the Lucha House Party, it makes sense because they do have a match for Clash of Champions for the tag team belt. So it's going to be I'm looking at it right now. Cesaro Shinsuke Nakamura versus Lucha House Party, which could be Graham Ali, Kalisto, or Lisa Dorado, depending on the direction they want to take it. Which I feel like either way, I don't think they're going to be able to pull this W from the Lucha House Party itself. I mean, this is the one group personally that it is entertainment for the 205 division as a unit, as a SmackDown tag team roster. I don't think it should be part of it anymore. Personally, that's how I feel personally. But you know, I know, I get it. People are listening to me be like, but there's not a lot of people all tag teams in SmackDown. I know, but again, personally, I feel like that group is not that valuable for SmackDown.
I feel like
yes.
a lot of people, I feel like their moment was done. Like this, basically, for the COVID situation.
That's a nice way to put it.
I feel like the COVID situation, a lot of people that would not be on TV, be on TV, have the championship reigns that they had, and also basic marketing and kind of social media stuff. But I feel like, I think it was the Elimination Chamber, that the tag team that they had, basically they were climbing up and stuff. That was their moment, and they couldn't be whoever they. I think either the Usos or New Day captured the championship then. But it's just like either they don't know how to use them, and the staff that they have, the current roster that they have for SmackDown, it's.
I thought Miz and Morrison won that match.
But it was basically, I think it was them. I think it was 4 or 5 teams altogether. I think, yeah.
Lucha Bros, Miz and Morrison, the New Day, Usos,
and Tucker, and the Heavy Machinery.
And let's not forget about Bobby Lashley and Ziggler, because the Otis story with the love triangle story between Ziggler, Otis was still going on over Mandy. But go ahead.
But yeah, so it was just like a waste of like time. Like I don't know. I feel like it's tough because you have the Usos busy with Roman Reigns, which it's fine, but you're taking a team out from that division to be individuals, which is whatever. But you're taking 2 people out for one story. Tucker and Otis, they haven't been on the ring. They should be at least contending, especially with the Money in the Bank. Cash it in against Shinsuke and Cesaro. And
maybe you see that on Sunday.
But I feel like you didn't. I don't know. I feel like they could have. They're gonna be fresher. Shinsuke and Cesaro are gonna destroy Lucha House Party. I feel like they're not gonna be like, if I had the Money in the Bank and I was on an attack team, I'll wait until they face the most difficult or hardest match that they face. Jump in like how every Money in the Bank person does. Like, make sure they're in a difficult situation, about to win or whatever. Then you do submission or finisher, cash it in. Against Lucha House Party, they're gonna be done. Either that's gonna be in the beginning of the show or it might be in the pre-show. So you don't want something Money in the Bank, cash it in the pre-show. You just wasted 2 things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. I think it's a bad timing. It's tough.
Personally, I believe that if they could do it, if they could win, let me just put more contents to it. If Tucker and Otis are able to cash it in during, let's say that this match is part of the pre-show, right? Then you're probably going to get more viewership to be like, how did I miss this? What's going on? So it could be good for WWE in, the social media aspect of it. Now, there's my possibility that they could insert themselves into the match, but then again, you could have the Miz and Morrison ready to like interfere or have a match with Chris Otis and Tucker. I keep trying to say Chris Tucker, but it's not Chris Tucker. It's just Tucker. Yeah, it's just Tucker. It's just like us. It's right there on the tongue. But it's just like it's a tough division for SmackDown. Honestly, it's a tough division for SmackDown, especially that related to the topic. Not the championship topic, but more to the tag team division topic. It seems that the Forgotten Sons may be coming back and may be working with Edge, and may be Ryder, who personally not a fan of it, not because of what he believe in.
Jackson Riker, right?
Yeah, okay. Riker. Yeah. That man right there, I just don't want him to be part of SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that man should just be his own like thing in the Raw Underground if he does return. But the Forgotten Son, I feel like that group should just disband because they messed up. They messed up personally.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's just tough, especially for SmackDown. It's just and now they're swapping people from, which is fine. They're swapping now. Braun is on Raw. And it's just like, The superstar. First it was Raw Underground, so it's not Raw itself, and now they're doing like superstar swap. But we haven't seen nobody from Raw besides the Street Profit go to SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I'm saying it's not even or fair, but it's. I know Mandy got traded last week or 2 weeks ago. You had this the SmackDown Tag Team Champions go to Raw, then that's Raw back to SmackDown. That's it. Who are we getting for, like, who's going from Raw to SmackDown?
I don't think it's needed, unfortunately, because of maybe it's just like Raw just need more of a help.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because it's like we mentioned earlier, since there's not a lot of pieces available due to the COVID, you know, I'm saying it's hard for people to show up. So they're using, you know, these champions to go after champion. I thought that this was more of a build-up that, hey, we're going to unify the championship belts that way that way they should be won. That was my hope from the storyline, but I guess now, you know, like I mentioned before, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, they having a match against the Lucha's House Party as well. The Street Profit also having their championship on the line. They'll be facing against Angel Garza and Andrade, which I don't think, like, as much as I wanted them to win it before, Andrade and Angel Garza doesn't seem that like they're going to win this match.
Really? This is their time. This Clash of Champions championship, like this
there's
pay-per-view.
No chemistry. Look, I disagree. Watch the show.
But I think they've lost. I think they had 3 or 4 opportunities already in the past 3 or 4 pay-per-views. I think they started since, let's say, post WrestleMania. Almost every pay-per-view we had after Seth Rollins and Murphy lost the titles. Street Profit been challenged by Andrade and Garza continuously, and they've been losing. I think this is the time for them to, like, get their time. And I think I'm just throwing out there. I think Asuka might lose against Selena. I think who else?
What are you smoking? And can I have some?
Asuka's because losing, and the Andrade and Garza are taking the titles. Yep.
What? Dude, tell me what edibles are you consuming so I could enjoy that?
Why do you think they're pushing Selena towards a singles, like, straight up to a title for her just to lose?
To be a champion over Asuka?
Why not?
I understand Peyton Royce. I understand.
They should have done this whole move. It should have been Peyton Royce. That I 100% agree. Peyton Royce looks like a superstar. She should have been the one. The story focus on her, but you see, I even got you hot about it.
Yo, those who are about to the audio people, man. I'm taking off my sweater.
I feel like basically, I want both. For me, I want all 3 of them to have championship. But I think I know Selena Vega's a little far-fetched idea because she just basically come out of nowhere. But I know that the tag team definitely switching hands this Sunday. Andrade and Garza, basically Selena will stick with them, handling them, basically them being little kids. They're real life cousins, so they have beef, you know, family feud and whatever, but they're cool afterwards. I feel like not her being the distraction because of them. I feel like they at some point want to prove that they could handle it themselves, and I feel like this is their time to at least Clash of Champions being there. I don't think they're gonna have it forever. Like after this pay-per-view, it might be like one cycle. But I think Andrade and Garza they're going to come out. They won the smoke and they're going to come out champions.
Oh my God. They getting squat. Like, look, if they're trying to make a Latino get a championship because of, you know, it's the Spanish Heritage Month.
I didn't even thought about that, but think about it. Spanish
we
Heritage
got
Month.
Bailey already, all right? We have a Mexican, American already with the belt. I'm satisfied with that. Yeah. You pulling that stunt, saying that Angel Garza and Andrade is going to pull a W after all of the mayhem and mischief and all of that they've been pulling off week after week, losing to the Street Profit. This is the match that they're going to, like, surprise the whole world. And from this match itself, we're going to see new Raw Tag Team Champions. Yes. Yo, this is being recorded.
Yep.
It's recording right now. Like, I do that. That's your bold prediction. Yep. Like, I'm not stepping on your toe. I'm just like, what?
Because they had on Raw.
What you really got me messed up with is the Selena comment.
Why not? I know it's crazy, but I'm just saying, why
over
not?
Asuka though.
There's nobody else. Like this. That's the thing. It's tough because it's like I wish they had more time building the story for her, but it was just I'm just throwing out there. Why not throwing it into the ether? We never know. Maybe what about she comes out champion? Asuka could win it back on a Monday or whatever. But imagine Asuka loses it. She's giving out title shots to everybody. How about somebody cashes it in and wins it out of her?
Also, I got to notify the list that I'm looking at. It could change for the show as they've done in the past, but since it's Clash of Champions, mostly all the belts should be defended throughout the whole event. So, FYI. Now back to you with the Selena comment, sir. Selena is one of my favorite people to watch on her YouTube page, A to Z, with her husband, Aleister Black. She's a great hype woman during up, down, down. I respect my Dominican primo, you know what I'm saying, with all the love and respect. And I'm happy that she's like, doing her thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for you to say that she is going to be Asuka, though,
it's Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm rooting for all my Hispanic.
I mean, like, it's like playing rock, paper, scissors with a baby, and you're saying the baby is going to win all the matches. It's like, I'm telling you, she ain't ready for that smoke. Like,
the only thing I wish they had more time to build for it, but you never know. Anything can happen. Because I'm not saying what about if she wins by DQ? Would you still have that as a win? She won't be champion, but she won.
If it's a DQ, fine. But you telling me she's going to become the new Raw champion with a clean win of a pin?
I didn't say win. I said she.
Or like choking her out? Nah. If you're saying like she's going to win DQ and Asuka's still champion, whole different story. But if you're telling me she's the Raw Women Champion, or a clean win, or let's say the assist of some upcoming star.
No, I think it might be interrupted by Payne Royce or something. It's gonna be like that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
You brave for that. Let me just read about Raw real quick. You got me messed up with that comment, yo. All right, Retribution under contract. It seems that they have revealed each person with a mask. We do have Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez, but they don't have a special name yet. Dio Madden, Dominique Dijakovic, and Shane Thorne, which we were hoping he was not part of it. So
what happened to Vic?
Give me a sec. It seems like they have a match against the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business was trying to get that smoke. Triple threat match for the #1 contendership. Street Profit belt. It was between Angel Garza. It was between Rollins and Murphy, as well as Humberto and Dominique or Prince Mysterio, Andre Garza with the W. Kevin Owens show with Shane McMahon. Shane hyping up the Underground. It seems like things got a little bit crazy, but Aleister Black took advantage of the distraction, attacking Owens, and you guys know what happened. Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton, hit Drew McIntyre, and he won via disqualification. I guess this is a good build-up for maybe Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which I think is the next upcoming match.
I think they have an ambulance match this Sunday. So
yes,
I think they're setting up. Yeah, they're setting up.
Mickie James versus Selena Vega. Selena Vega won, and she is the one who's facing Asuka, aka I'm doing air quotes, future Raw woman.
Why
not? Yo, poor James. Apollo Crews versus Cedric Alexander. Crews defeat Alexander. I'm not too surprised with that. Seth Rollins had a stunning revelation. God, I can't wait until this is done with that. Natalia in Lana versus Nia Jax and Blazer. Of course, Jax and Blazer gave him that smoke. Asuka versus Pete and Royce. Asuka defeated Royce via DQ. Retribution versus the Hurt Business. Hurt Business defeated Retribution via DQ. And that's how they ended the show. Okay. There was a lot of stuff going on here.
Well, overall, Raw I think this is, I normally, when I watch the shows and stuff, I take notes or whatever. I feel like this is the one that, believe it or not, I sat down and enjoyed the 3 hours. I even bought pizza and like sat down and like from beginning to end, I really enjoyed the placements of matches, and there's some matches that were okay, filler matches and stuff, but overall, I like the whole Retribution at Raw and Her Business and everything. I think the story was told great for Raw yesterday.
All right, so if you could give a grade for last night, what would it be your grade?
For a Raw show?
Just for this. Yeah, for this.
I would say this is like, it was like 8.5
out of 10.
Yeah.
My guy, I'm looking at some scores here, and they're like not even reaching your expectation.
Honestly, like I would say,
like I'm seeing F's, D's, C's. The highest is like a B minus. I
would say they rolled over the story of the Her Business and Retribution from last week, so at least that's continuation of story.
That's good.
I like that they basically revealed who Retribution was. The way that they look, it's dumb. They look like Bane, which makes them. They look Bane and the hockey guy from Ninja Turtles. That's what they look like. But that's something. But I'm just, the premise of them, great, and I like that they revealed themselves. At least we have an idea of who's who, and we could picture them in different divisions and whatever. The Seth Rollins situation, I feel this. Now he's kind of breaking off from Murphy. That match was, I think, it was a triple threat tag. It was a tag with 3 teams. It was good. Mm-hmm. The only thing I found kind of weird is that when I think it was Garza was doing the pin, neither Dominic or Humberto ran into the ring. Like there was just a tag. Those could go back into to watch live or whatever. They're in the back waiting on the stairs. So like just jump in or at least pretend. But it was just like weird. The only thing I didn't like too much was the Raw Underground. It was Dabba-Kato against Braun Strowman. There should have been an opportunity for Dabba-Kato get not a win over Strowman, but make a new star rather than just keep pushing your superstar of SmackDown. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Payne Royce I think she did a good match. The way she looks now, way better than before. And I feel like this is what a 2020 like female superstar, potential #1 contender for the title looks like. I don't know where Billie Kay fits in all of this, but maybe she might go to SmackDown, whatever. The Selena and the match against.
Oh shit! Okay.
But Selena and Mickie James, I think that was like an okay match. You could tell that neither of them worked with each other before, so there's a lot of setup. Like it looked like not practice, but it looked like they were practicing or whatever, like rehearsed. It wasn't polished, the match. But I could see the potential of Selena Vega, which she did well. But I think overall was a good thing, and I don't know where the Seth Rollins situation with the Rey Mysterio situation, because he said I have kind of like the show Murray, that he's like, oh, you are the father. He had like a DNA thing, but it was about Rey Mysterio's daughter. I don't know what stories that's gonna come about, but I don't know. They need to be done with this, but. You can't have a perfect show, but that was just like, come on, like where's Becky when you need her? Like just take him home. Like Seth Rollins did what he needed to do. He helped Dominic. Now go away for a little bit. Be with your family. Go
away forever if you can. Like throw this Messiah act now to the wasteland and come back as the father.
Give it to Murphy. Like the disciple takes over. You know what I'm saying? Like vanish him.
It seems like he's not, because he attacked him twice, week after week already.
Yeah, true. And he left him hanging at the match after when the triple threat. But
so
But I think overall it was a good Raw overall. It's Raw, but it was I think it was good. I was entertained the 3 hours. I was sitting down eating my pizza. Nobody bothered me. It was good. It was a good show, I would say.
It's guy. Oh man, Luisito, I love you for that one. Look, I'm reading the detail. I already stated I didn't watch the show. Yeah. I didn't watch the Hulu version because Hulu seems to cut out some good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you watch the EST stuff? They did a promo for Bianca Belair. I don't know what they're gonna do with her, but her promo reminds
absolutely nothing. Like Blair should have been a contender for the belt.
Yeah, they should have done. They should have if like story wise, they should have done either Payne Royce, Blair. Raw has nobody, so that's only two. Well, and the other two people that could go against Asuka, they are in tag team division, so you can pull those two to be the more contenders. But I don't know.
Oh no. Okay, look, I'm not shitting on nobody. Okay, but if you want to get our attention, right? You continue to build a story with Zelina. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I understand why Asuka is working with Zelina to build her up, give her a good push. Peyton Royce, she's doing a good job beating her friend, beating some jobbers. That is good. You know what I'm saying? Blair, though, baby girl is not a main event roster. You know what I'm saying? She's a Raw roster. You know what I'm saying? She should be right by her husband, also covering gold. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That would be something more, I guess, more eye-catching than just, having her build main event, because like main event has Ali, it has Ricochet, and you also have Blair, and then whoever is a jobber. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I feel like the main event, it sucks because at least nobody watches that for them per se. But I feel this, especially for her,
it is for them.
I feel like it's a good spot for if there's no TV time on Monday or Friday or NXT. I feel like main events for them to like polish their gimmick or their moves and stuff. So by the time their space or time to go to Raw, they're polished. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going, because Bianca,
why isn't Zelina or Peyton Royce going through that process? Because that's where they should go. Mickey James,
not Peyton Royce. I would say Billie Kay, but not Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce, I feel like she's fine. How she is
fine, but she's also an eye candy for main event, because if you think about it, outside of the ring, her YouTube channel and her TikTok is already good numbers, and you could bring those fans to watch her main event. That would have been the direction I would have used. I would have used her for that purpose, and then bring her back or have her work both show, giving her $500 each day, and then just call, be like, hey. Thank you for the fans. Here's your money. Have a good day. Peace. Have fun on YouTube. That's what I would do. That's what I would do personally. Yeah. Because of Blair, she's already, personally, think about it. She's already, contendership for the NXT Women's Championship. Never got the opportunity due to Ripley and Charlotte. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why she haven't gotten that opportunity. Now she's on Raw. Charlotte, Becky are out of the picture. The two strongest one, as you mentioned, are women's tag team champion, and you're not going to put Blair for the belt? Yeah. Like, guys.
But I feel they given her promo, like, it's, I feel like, I'm not saying the Raw women's division is overcrowded, but we see the same people over and over again. Because there's basically like, let's say, I think it's 8 people all together. But I feel like they're taking their time with Bianca. I feel like they don't want to drop the ball with her. I think overall, it's, the tag teams, you have how many you got so far?
There's like 12.
Not including the champions or not including the champions?
I think I include them.
Okay. But I'm saying without the champions, it's 8 or 9. But I'm saying, so you could shift around for them. It's about 8 contenders, 9 contenders, and 3 champions. Altogether, it's like that's all. But you know what I'm saying. Legend. So I feel like they're waiting for I think the whole smoke to clear out for that division, and I feel like I'm glad that they're taking their time with her and building her strong, and I don't know how her new gimmick is gonna be, but I feel like she might get a refresh. Like she's gonna look the same, but I feel like since she's been off TV, she's gonna be a refresh. It's gonna be more of her as an individual rather than her being the wife of the Street Profit. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer that than just being like a family situation.
I would like it for it to be a family stable.
Yeah.
I would like for it to have those three in gold, especially if it's possible. Yo, if Street Profit loses and be able to obtain the belt before February for Black History Month with Blair being champion, that would be freaking awesome. I would be satisfied with that.
They should be, if they lose, for me, if they lose on Sunday,
but I don't think
I'm saying, if they lose on Sunday, why don't you move them to SmackDown? Make him interesting. No, but I'm saying like you could trade all the people and all the pieces, but I'm saying like what the New Day at the moment, you only have Big E.
Big E.
There's the New Day, let's say they're not gonna be available until like June of next year. Like I'm saying all three together or at least, but I'm saying like
April.
Yeah,
is
but I'm
my
saying
best
like
guess.
after WrestleMania. So you could do that, them have the SmackDown, so they could have the titles on both brands. They won in NXT. Did they? No, I don't think they ever won in NXT. Did they win in NXT?
Who?
The Street Profit.
Yeah.
So they could. That's the first. You know what I'm saying? One of the first teams to have all three. I wouldn't mind seeing them in SmackDown. I feel like SmackDown.
FTR is the first to have all three.
But I feel like they need. I wouldn't mind seeing them in SmackDown so they could freshen up, especially the tag team division over there. Because I feel they did everything they could do on Raw, and they've been carrying the division and making it entertaining. But like, I want to see something different for Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want a little change of scenery for Raw. I don't know. Because if you're gonna keep on champions, who's next? You think about it for Raw. Who's next?
Okay, so if I'm gonna play along, right? You put Street Profit in SmackDown. Sure, you got the Cesaro and Nakamura. You may have
Otis and Tucker.
Otis and Tucker. The Miz, Morrison. Is right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying like after this thing is over, let's say they're available as a team. So you have the Usos over there for a team and Morrison and Miz.
I'm gonna put an asterisk point on that because I'm not too confident on that. So sure, you spike up the SmackDown roster with the Street Profit. Cool. You leave Raw with people like the Hurt Business, the Retribution.
You have a Paul and Ricochet together. They could put them together.
I don't. Ricochet contract is about to expire. I don't.
No, but I'm saying like if we don't know, let's say everybody's contract is okay for now. I would just that's the team right there. And who else? Viking Raiders are out because of injury.
Because of injury, then you also probably could see Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler come in again as a unit. Dolph Ziggler is part of Raw.
I think we might see Bobby Roode and Dolph at Raw. Bobby Roode might come back pretty soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dolph and Robert.
Yeah, I thought you said Bobby Lashley. I was like, well, like.
Oh, if I say Lashley, my fault.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Roode.
Okay.
My apologies.
Yeah, so that could be another team. Yep.
Then I guess Humberto and Dominique seems to be working.
That's the house party of Raw.
Don't do
that is the Lucha's
no comment right there. All right, so with that being said, like I guess Raw could definitely be the training for new tag team divisions.
You could also you haven't considered people moving from NXT across.
No, I have not because
you could have the Undisputed Era go to Raw. That's a team right now. There. No, but I'm saying, but like it,
O'Kelly.
Yeah, he's going for that gauntlet, which should be. I think he might win it. I think he might be the more contender,
which is really good for him because he sacrificed majority of his career being a tag team, which is not bad. But again, he was also like a strong single competitor, so it's great to see him in action by himself. I don't think Strong and Fish, because Fish is very injury prone, I don't think they're going to be able to win the tag team away from Breezango. And Adam Cole, I mean, maybe Adam Cole might be the first one to step out, or maybe him and Undisputed might do war against against
no, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I could see I know this far-fetched, but I could see the Bullet Club forming again.
I read that rumor, but I'm not too
Cole,
fond of it.
Imagine Adam Cole, Finn Balor, and AJ. That wouldn't be too bad.
I don't know. AJ Styles has been so weird with his like Twitch videos and his like tweets. I'm like, dude, you say one thing, and then I feel like you just be like, no, I do have rights. No, this is not true. It's like, sure, I understand you using it as an outlet, but personally, I just don't see you no longer with WWE. I feel like personally, AJ Styles is just realizing that, hey, I'm going to slowly step away and then try to see if I could do something with Impact or I could do something with AEW. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And guys, I'm not trying to push all release stars can go to AEW, but I'm just saying, like,
which they all doing that. You basically, that's like everybody. AEW is basically the not the recycling bin, but they recycling people, which is fine. I commend them for giving them work, and most of them been misused, but. Why don't you start creating, which they're creating new superstars, Will Hobbs and different people into, which is great. But I feel like they need to not put a hold on hiring like former WWE people, because everybody goes through WWE. But I feel like either create your own stars, which they're doing in AEW Dark, but just see what's out there. Maybe get an independent person or something, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like make moves rather than just hire get somebody, copy and paste from another company over.
I mean, like, would that be quick question? Do you think formerly known Leo Rush might be doing AEW, or do you think he might do something else?
I think he might. At the moment, I think he might. He's happy. I think I saw a video of him saying, "I love the indies and stuff." So I think he might not a journeyman, but do the indies for a while.
Yeah, because the match he did with Janela was not that bad. It was pretty extreme, definitely, but it was not that bad. So I was just wanting to get your insight on that real quick.
It's kind of before we move on. I would just say, if you could, whenever you have time, watch again Raw Talk. Last week was crazy, R-Truth. This week was hilarious too. So R-Truth is priceless. I think they had the Riot Squad on. So they were kind of commenting on, they have a match on Sunday and everything going on, whatever. And they were scouting them. And R-Truth was like, oh, you guys have a lot of fire and desire to become champions. He was like, oh, so then he was like, oh, that's a good name for you guys, Fire and Desire. And he was like, no. That's a different team. We are the Riot Squad. And I was like, yo, R-Truth is like the best, like off the cuff, like promo person. It's like amazing. But it's like little moments like that. I like Raw Talk because it's like, I feel like his purpose is to break people into laughing or break character. Last week was crazy with Aleister Black. I'm surprised he held it on and didn't laugh. But let's see what I feel like. Raw Talk. I feel like I honestly now I'm starting to watch more intently Raw just to see what crazy things R-Truth gonna say at Raw Talk.
Shout out to R-Truth for doing something right, and also Xavier Wood for also handling the Miz and talking smack, even though the Miz is too much of a airhead. Personally, guy cannot get enough TV time. Like, dude, really
make your money. He's everywhere.
Fair. So I have the ideal matches, the list for Clash of Champion. I think we already spoke two of them, but I feel like with the few minutes we have left before we end the show, we could maybe talk about it or see an ideal pick of who we could see. So we already talked about the Street Profit versus Andrade and Angel Garza. I believe retaining champions. You believe new champions. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura with Lucha House Party. I think we're both in the same page. Retaining Asuka versus Selena. You saying new?
You know what?
I'm saying retaining.
Let me rephrase. Selena will win the match. That's it. I'm just gonna leave it out there like that.
Can you just say via DQ, because like you see winning the match, my head still go into like you're calling her the new Raw champion.
If she wins by count out, she's not the champion. If she wins by DQ, she's not the champion.
All right, fine. For those who are true wrestling head, they understood what you said from the start. I'm breaking it down for those who are not. All right. So Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in an ambulance match. Basically, you have to put your opponent into the ambulance to win the event. Mm-hmm. So I believe Drew got this.
He has to keep it. I don't. Yeah, he's staying with it. I won Randy against what's his name, Keith Lee, but I prefer McIntyre to Keith Lee, the next champion.
Now, it would be interesting. It would be interesting if Keith Lee decide to put Drew in the ambulance, helping Randy Orton get.
He got punched yesterday in the face.
I'm just saying it'll be interesting. I'm not saying it's my bold prediction. It'll be interesting.
Would this be non-DQ match? Because it's like.
I think ambulance match is a DQ because you have to injure your.
No, but if somebody comes in and help, they won't be disqualified.
There's no DQ.
Okay, so
there's no DQ.
I could see Keith Lee doing a spirit bomb on Randy Orton.
I could see Keith Lee also attacking Drew McIntyre as well.
All right, we'll see. We have to stay.
I mean, like either way, if Keith Lee somewhere somehow Keith Lee is involved. I believe if this is like his heel turn, in a sense, that'd be great. If not, then maybe Hell in a Cell, which I'm glad that's going to be in October finally and not some random month. Then, yeah, that match will definitely be, so far it has a good build-up for that story, so I'm not too worried about that. Another match is for the Universal Championship or the Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns versus his cousin, Jey Uso. Roman Reigns, unfortunately, I don't think Jay has that build up yet to defeat his cousin. Reigns, I think he might be ready for Big E, in my personal opinion, or Sheamus, just for the fun of it.
And the thing also is tough that I wish the Usos kept the like traditional twin thing, and they could do a swap. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Bella Twins used to swap in and out. And just so you get the freshman.
That would not work.
No, but I'm saying, because they
One
used to look.
Is like a few inches taller, and his haircut is a different style.
What I'm saying. That's the thing is stuff that they cut their hair. But before when they started, they looked similar.
Was taller though.
The ref doesn't be like, oh, you're 6'1", the 6 foot tall, you know. Yes. But I wish they could like switch out. But Roman Reigns is gonna end up winning this one.
Sir. Like it worked with Becky and Jamie. What's her name? It worked with Becky and Jamie. It worked with the Bella Twins, but the Usos.
It would have worked when they first started, but not now.
I mean, they slimmed down and everything, and the oldest one still looked taller. Oh God, yo, you're on fire today with these jokes. All right, Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross did win her #1 contendership about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think there's a DQ. Sasha Banks is going to interfere, but Bayley still keeps the belt.
I think Alexa might interfere, and Bayley might retain.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm saying...
there's going to be a DQ no matter what. But
like, Nikki Cross get the W, but is a DQ, and, you know, Bayley's still champ. So,
True.
No swap of champion on that. This one is an obvious Riot Squad versus the Powerhouse. Powerhouse. That's not their name. I'm just calling them the Powerhouse. Powerhouse is definitely like... Ain't no way. Like I saw the little clip that Nia Jax just pushed Liv Morgan, and I love Liv Morgan. She's fun size. She's so adorable. But like when I saw her, she got dropped. I was like, no, sweetie, don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like they bundled up the Riot Squad, and I feel like eventually they have to win the title. And I feel like I think this might be a miscue, and I think Ruby Riot, the Riot Squad, might take it. Just to keep the title shuffling between,
Ooh.
Because nobody else.
You bold.
There's dysfunction between the two, in Raw talks in the episode and everything, they try to outdo one another. I feel there might be a distraction or miscue between the two.
Okay.
And I could see Liv Morgan winning, taking the pin for against Baszler.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luisito is throwing names out there. Ooh, you bold.
Yep.
Boy,
It's gonna be
you
flatliner on Baszler.
Flatliner? Ooh, you wildin', boy. You wildin'. All right. Triple threat match, ladder match. Triple threat ladder match for the IC championship between the never lost Sami Zayn champion, Jeff Hardy, who's still champion, and AJ Styles, who lost to Jeff Hardy. Are you
looking at the promo on the network and stuff? But it's kind of funny how they have AJ Styles in the front, the champion in the back, and the other champion in the back. Wouldn't you want the title on the front? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird.
I mean, AJ's still a bigger name.
It's that's just the house that he built.
I hear you that the champion, the belt should have more face to the promotion than the competitor. But AJ is just like a bigger name. That's why. Ladder match.
I think it might be Jeff. It has to. We might see a moment. We might see like a Jeff moment.
So if I was going to watch Clash of Champion, I would say that this match might be a show stealer. This might be like one of the top 3 match of the night, prediction wise. Each men are champion calibers. Each men have similar style. You know what I'm saying? They're quick. They're technical. They have experience. I think we're gonna see all of that laid down for us for this match. I'm hoping it's not less than 15 minutes. And I feel like, Jeff is definitely gonna pull a big stunt that might risk his health, even though he signed an extension contract with WWE, according to some posts a couple weeks ago or a week ago. But it may be Sami Zayn
to retain. Honestly. To get it, to steal it away, or I think
to be the undisputed IC champion, I think it's Sami Zayn.
I think my thing is Jeff Hardy. I think he's gonna pull it off. I don't know.
So if we could I think we have a few more minutes to break this down. So if Jeff Hardy take high risk, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like he is going to pull a high stunt that is going to cost him. AJ Styles might be the one who's going to receive, Sami Zayn finisher at the end to be able to get the belt. That's the way how I'm picturing it in all different type of scenario, because AJ Styles, for him to win, he has to take out Sami Zayn off the rip. He could definitely defeat Jeff Hardy one-on-one. They're both equally even, but the wild card is Sami Zayn, and because he's the wild card, in my personal opinion, I think that's the reason why he could become the new undisputed IC champion.
Yeah, and I feel like the only way that AJ Styles, I know you picked Sammy and I picked Jeff Hardy, but I think the only way that AJ Styles could win it is going to be by submission. I don't think
it's a ladder match. It's a ladder match. You got to go up the belt.
No, but I'm saying, but he has to not by submission, but he has to do the calf crusher on both of them and basically cripple them. Be so technical that they can't. Thank you for clarifying it. Yep. That he can everybody can't go up the ladder. Because I know Jeff had a not a knee injury, but he AJ Styles attacked him in the knee, and we don't know the conditioning of Sami Zayn because he's been out of the ring for a while. So I don't know if he's still in ring shape, but we'll see. I would like to see Jeff Hardy just to clear out the mess between the two titles, and then you could have Hell in a Cell against these these 3 or whatever. There's nobody else for.
I don't want a rematch. I don't want a rematch. I'm good with if Sami Zayn win. Jeff Hardy has a full clearance for a Hell in a Cell match again, which wouldn't recommend it.
But against who? You know what I'm saying? I would
against Sami. If Sami wins, Jeff Hardy has a clear passage for a match with Sami Zayn. How a cage match, Hell in a Cell match, again, I don't recommend the Hell in a Cell match again, but those two could definitely go at it for sure. AJ Styles go for it. I mean, then you're trying to either reignite a rematch against the three men, or you build up a new story with someone else. Then you got Jeff Hardy, who, once he wins, then definitely it's going to be like a whole new chapter because he defeated the two opponents that were against him. So it's just like, I feel like with Sami Zayn, we might get more better option, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, we have to stay tuned for Sunday, but it should be interesting. It's funny, but neither of us picked AJ Styles for it.
And it's not like we don't like AJ Styles. I just feel like with AJ Styles, it's just like he's just an eye catcher. You know what I'm saying? He's just like someone for people to watch. And again, I still predict that this might be one of the top 3 matches of the night for Sunday. That's what I'm, in my mind, simulating. Like, that match would definitely be like, oh shit type of moment than the other ones. The last match is Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Cruise. Bobby Lashley for sure. There's not much to talk about. We love Apollo Crews for sure, but it's just like
the Hurt Business now, it means too much for him not to have the title.
And if the Street Profit does lose and go to SmackDown, then if they're able to obtain the tag team championship belt, and one of them pulled the stunt on R-Truth for the 24/7 belt again, they're covering gold, baby. Yeah. That's like,
are you missing one, or so you have the tag? Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing, because you could have MVP and Cedric as tag team, or if you put it as the Freebird rules or like the New Day, because they're the Hurt Business, they could swap out the tag team people.
They can.
Then if you want to bring the Cruiserweight too, you could have Cedric carry over the Cruiserweight. I don't know if he wants to do, but I'm saying like that's a possibility, that to have like bring over a new division onto it, because I know they're trying to fill time with Raw Underground, but you also have talent that that you could be used for.
Yeah, but SmackDown is utilizing 205, so I don't think they're gonna give up that roster. To them, Yeah,
it's the same building too. At least finish out. You know what I'm saying? Like, try some stuff because you're using the same building, so it's not like you're traveling and moving things around.
Fair. So, I guess real quick. So it seems that the UK is going to start off big with the Heritage Cup tournament. One of the guests, or special guest, is going to be Pete Dunne. I'm kind of happy to see him. I'm not sure if he's going to be more in commentary or he might be a participant. We'll find out. Another one too is that there's a very low chance, but Ronda Rousey may be returning to WWE. Money looking pretty good now, or something like. I don't know. I mean, this is something that an article that I found. I'm not sure if it's just like fake news or just like catfish. But if Ronda does return, it's not bad for Raw. Personally,
I feel like this might be a bigger might be like a WrestleMania or like after New Year situation. But I know there's been rumors and talks about her, and I think on her Facebook, she's been playing the new video game and stuff, and kind of like having talks about it, and like not she missed the ring and stuff, but it's just hinting that she might have the ring fever once again.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was a new post, but I did see something about like her in a wrestling ring with some few people.
She's been practicing. She's been in the ring.
Interesting. So. That's pretty much it, guys. This is the Providence Lucha Talk, where we talk all just about wrestling as best as we can. And for those who've been following us, we say thank you. And for those who have not been following us, we got 2 words for you. Just add us, man. Follow us on the Facebook app. Follow us on the YouTube, the Twitter, and as well as the Instagram. We just, would like to just hear your opinion too. Give a comment below, give a 5-star on our Apple Podcast as well as Spotify. Help us know how well we're doing. And, if you go on to be part of the show, send us an email, the Providence Lucha Talk @gmail.com. We'll gladly be able to receive and, share some ideas with you guys. All right. So with that being said, I am your boy, Jay Aguila.
This Luisito.
And we said buenas noches.
See ya. Good night.
Deuce.